to Brian's, where we can go check out some NBA 2K9.
Yep, that's right. I'm joined by three fellas that regular on-the-spot viewers probably all recognize. We've got Chris Webber fan, Rob Jones. We've got Marcus Fizer's biggest fan, Zach Timmerman. And we've got a man who is named after a very famous quarterback, Dion Pete. What's going on, fellas?
Oh, not much.
Not much.
Welcome, NBA 2K9. It's almost here.
It is, isn't it? A couple weeks away.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. Now, we had you, Rob, on the podcast yesterday from the Bleachers talking about a whole bunch of stuff that's new in NBA 2K9. Put up a big preview on some of the new features, but let's talk about some gameplay. I know the guys are here to jump right in and show us the game. Where do we start with gameplay? There's a lot going on this year.
Well, there is. I think the first part that we start is where we took our AI and kind of revamped it. One of the things that we felt about the game is kind of felt stodgy, especially to somebody who really didn't know the game as well as one of our hardcore guys who's followed the series for years and years. And so we wanted to kind of make basketball a bit more accessible to more of a casual user, not from the standpoint that, he doesn't know basketball at all, but that he's not a guy that's going to be running plays and, he's expecting the guys to do the things that maybe he does on the court on Saturdays. Mm-hmm. That one guy that generally you don't want on your team. But, it's one of those things where now the AI kind of adapts automatically to the style of play that you as the user are doing. So, if you do things like wait, they'll come up, they'll set picks, mm-hmm. they'll cut. They're doing things that are more based on their own basketball intelligence, right, as opposed to a scripted, here the play tells me run to this corner and come back and so on and so forth.
So what if I play shanker ball and I just get the ball to Kobe and it's always going to the one guy? Is the AI going to be able to adapt and double team or triple team Kobe where it's appropriate?
Well, defensively, the AI is looking at what you do as a user all the time. I mean, that's one of the big things. People always complain about how easy it is to beat the AI because, right, hey, I can turn around, I keep doing the same thing over and over and over. They never change, and that's one of the things that we looked at. If you do play shanker ball, mm-hmm. The AI is going to make sure that you get the ball out of Kobe's hands, and and have to do different things out of it. Of course, Kobe's a special player, so as long as you're paying attention to how you get him the ball, you'll still be successful with him. Mm-hmm. The thing about it is you won't just be able to come down, hand the ball to Kobe, and just say go to work. Nobody else is going to stop me. Mm-hmm. So those are things that were big for us this year, just going into how we approached. Having the game learn what the user does throughout a specific period of time. But there's so much more to it. I mean, obviously we went back in, we revamped isomotion. Mm-hmm. The mechanics are very similar to what people know because we like people to fall back into the familiar. But at the same time, we expanded the amounts of things and types of animations that they're going to get based on the contextual situation. So for example, let's say I'm coming down and I want to do a quick hesitation move. Well, they've seen that. Everybody knows what that hesitation move is and what they're going to get. However, this year, you turn around and now let's say you're standing and you want to do a hesitation move. It's a totally different type of fake. And obviously it has different results from it. On top of that, we did things to our shot stick. There's people who love the shot stick, and then there's other people who still go with the X button. Right. But we want to give people more and more reason to adopt the shot stick as the way to shoot the ball in our game. So you have controllable floaters, leaners, up and unders. I mean, Kobe's great for that, right? I mean, going back to him, he'll sit there, he'll get a guy up in the air, and then he'll step right under him for the shot. Mm-hmm. You can do the draw foul thing that we had in last year, but we expanded upon. Okay. But on top of that, you can also just avoid and get a better shot out of it. And you can change shot in the air.
Pass out
a whole bunch of fouls. You can pass out of any shot finally. I mean, that was one thing that used to bug me. Like, you come down, and it's like, I want to go to a basket and drop off, I see somebody cutting, which the new AI is actually doing, It's like it's following you as you're going to the basket. You're sitting there and it's like, hey, I can't pass out of this. Why is it? And so on and so forth. A lot of enhancements to things that we did before, and then explosions, in areas that we felt really needed, big blowouts.
All right, there's a couple of new features I want to get to that we talked about yesterday, but let's get a question from the audience from Kristen. Kristen, why don't you hit us with a question?
Okay, Mason Jock from Lubbock, Texas wants to know how many playable teams are there in the game?
playable teams, you know,